Hi everyone, I am back with another video. For those of you who don't know, I am Sakshi Singhania and I create videos on skincare, beauty, lifestyle and fashion. Today we are going to talk about the most important step in skincare routine, that is sunscreen. It's 2024 and I hope we are over this debate of whether we should wear sunscreens or not. In case anybody still needs some clarity, it really doesn't matter whether you're using serums, you're using toners or not, you should definitely wear sunscreen. Also, just to clarify, I get a lot of questions from male saying that, can I use this one? Can male use this product? So let me tell you, skincare is gender neutral, guys. There is no such product made for women or men. Yes, there are a few brands creating, charcoal face wash for men and stuff like that, but in general everything can be used by all gender. People used to not like wearing sunscreen because it used to give that white cast, that whitish thing on your face, and it used to be very sticky and oily. But now that industry has grown so much, there are so many beautiful sunscreens out there, and in this video I'm going to give you some amazing affordable recommendations, and I've gone through bottles and bottles of these sunscreens. Thoda sa gyan before I get started with the recommendations. Like I mentioned, sunscreen is the most important step in skincare routine. Now, to get that proper sun protection, you need to use a good amount of sunscreen on a daily basis. Whether you are sitting at home or you are outside, you can see I'm right now sitting at home, but I have large windows, so I am currently wearing sunscreen as well. And whether it is cloudy or rainy or sunny, you should never skip sunscreen in daytime. And I understand that if you're using something in a good amount on a daily basis, it has to be affordable, and also it has to be that good that you would not skip wearing it, right? So don't worry, you are at the right channel and at the right time. And let's not make this intro very longer, and let me dive right into the recommendations. The first one, and I think we need drum rolls for this. This is from the brand Dr. Sheth. This is their Ceramide and Vitamin C sunscreen. They have nailed the sunscreen formulation with not only this one but also the next one that I'm going to talk about. This literally feels like moisturizer. It will not feel like a sunscreen at all. This has SPF 50, it has PA++ protection, which means it is giving protection from UVA and UVB rays as well. It not only has 1% ceramide, but it also has 2% vitamin C and 1% hyaluronic acid as well. Now, the research says that sunscreen, when applied on top of vitamin C, it enhances the protection even more. And I'm somebody who's allergic to vitamin C, and I have not faced any issues so far. I have lost count on the number of tubes I have finished of this sunscreen. Like, look at it. This is the number of tubes I've used along with the other sunscreens that I keep using. So it's a lot, and I've recommended these sunscreen to my mom, dad, my brother, my friends, and everybody has loved it. I think मेरी family में total मिला के अभी तक हमने at least 30 to 40 tubes खत्म कर दिए होंगे. So every time Dr. Sheth has a sale, buy one get one or buy two get two, we always end up stocking up on sunscreens. And trust me, if there's one thing that you would want to buy from this whole video, just buy this sunscreen. There's one more of the same brand, and I will explain you what is the difference between the two, so you can buy any one of the two and you will fall in love with wearing sunscreen every single day. There are days when I don't have time at all and I am rushing to office. I just take a shower and I apply only this sunscreen because it has got ceramide and vitamin C as well. So it sometimes works as a moisturizer, and it's a one-stop solution if you don't want too many things in your skincare routine. Like, you don't want to wear moisturizer then sunscreen, and you've got like normal to dry skin, even oily skin as well. Just wear this sunscreen and you will be good to go. I'll show you the texture of this sunscreen. It's quite thick, but it won't feel heavy at all. Like, even one of my friend who has oily skin, like extremely oily and acne prone skin, they love using this sunscreen and they use it on a daily basis and they have no complaints. They've also finished like 4 to 5 tubes of this. So even if you've got oily skin, give this a go. And not just that, it is extremely affordable as well. This is their bigger packaging. The smaller one is this retails for I think 499 rupees and the bigger one is for 599, like there's 100 rupees ka difference. The smaller one is 50 grams and this is 80 grams. So I usually buy the bigger one only now, because when you do the math, obviously you're getting more product with lesser price in this. If you're not sure yet, just buy the small one and I'm sure you're going to love it. मैं जितना भी बोलूँ ना इनके सनस्क्रीन के बारे में वो कम ही है, because I've been using it since almost a year and I cannot stop. And I am somebody who does not like to repurchase a product because I get bored very easily. So it's definitely worth giving a try. Next one is from the same brand, Dr. Sheth's. This is their Haldi and Hyaluronic Acid Sunscreen. Now this one has Haldi, whereas the previous one had Ceramide and vitamin C. This one is a little lighter than the previous one. So if you're somebody with extremely oily skin and you're living in an extremely hot and humid climate, you can definitely give this one a try rather than the Ceramide one. Even though my friends who have oily skin are using the Ceramide one and they've been loving that as well, but both the formulations are top notch and you know I cannot choose one at all. But जब मुझे बहुत हड़बड़ी होती है तो मैं डायरेक्टली वो अप्लाई करके निकल जाती हूँ ऑफिस. But you know, when I have time and especially in Mumbai, I started using this a lot in monsoon because उस time बहुत ज़्यादा humid weather था. So if you're somebody with oily combination skin, I would suggest you to rather try this one, and somebody with normal to dry skin, do try the Ceramide and vitamin C, but do try one of these sunscreens and you're going to fall in love with wearing sunscreen. Next one is from the brand Aqualogica. This is their Papaya vitamin C Dewy sunscreen. This retails for 599 rupees and it has 80 grams of product. The texture of this sunscreen is not heavy at all. It's extremely light and it will not give you any white cast. It has SPF 50 and PA++++, and it also has blue light protection. The only thing is the packaging states that you can reapply this every 6 hours for effective protection, but I would suggest you to apply sunscreens every 2 to 3 hours if you are in extremely sunny area. I really like the sunscreens from this brand as well. This is the one. Then there's pink bottle as well, which I have not used but I've heard a lot of good things about it. Then there's one more which I'm going to talk about next. Next one is again from the same brand. It is their Dewy plus Detan sunscreen. It is a recent launch and it has got cherry tomatoes and hyaluronic acid. The SPF and the PA protection is same across all the sunscreens they have, and again this sunscreen is very lightweight. It blends seamlessly into your skin and it will not feel sticky. Like none of the sunscreens I'm going to mention in this video is going to be sticky or give you white cast of any sorts at all. This retails for 399 rupees for 50 grams of product. I've really enjoyed using this sunscreen as well and it is almost over. I had kept some of it to just show you the texture in the video. The next one is from the brand Derma. It is their 1% hyaluronic acid sunscreen. This sunscreen again has SPF 50 and PA++++ protection. It's lightweight, no white cast, and it gives you that nice dewy glow, because of which I think I prefer this over the Aqualogica one. And again, it is extremely affordable. It is priced at 499. The only problem is that this pump packaging is a little problematic and a lot of times the product doesn't come out. Like you can see now also it is not. As I mentioned, I've used quite a few bottles, so there were 1 or 2 bottles which were completely new and I could not pump out the product because of this packaging. So I think people with oily skin might not love it as much because it gives you that dewy look and they might want to avoid that, but otherwise it's a great sunscreen. Next one is from the brand Dot & Key. This is their watermelon cooling sunscreen. This again has SPF 50 and PA++ protection. This is extremely lightweight, like lightweight than all the other sunscreens. It has serum like texture Dot & Key has 3 sunscreens. One is this watermelon cooling sunscreen, and it gives you that slight cooling effect, and people enjoy using this in summers. The next one is the yellow one, and I have not tried it yet. And the third one is the blue one, which is a waterproof sunscreen. Yet to try again. Next sunscreen is from the brand Avene. It is their Day Protector UV EX sunscreen. This has only SPF 30, but it is extremely lightweight. People with extremely oily and sensitive skin, they tend to love this sunscreen a lot more than people with dry skin. It is great for sensitive skin because it is non-comedogenic and hypoallergenic. A lot of doctors also recommend this sunscreen. This is the most expensive one out of all the sunscreens I've mentioned. It retails for 1450 rupees for this small tube. But if you've got sensitive skin and you don't want to try out any other sunscreen and don't want to take any chance, you can definitely give this one a try. The next sunscreen is from the brand Loreal. This is watery gel UV protector. This also has SPF 50 and PA++ and ++. The packaging feels quite similar to the Isden sunscreen, which is very popular and expensive as well. This is again very lightweight. I have already finished this sunscreen. This sunscreen has a little bit of fragrance, which I love, but the only thing is when I wear this sunscreen, it feels like I'm wearing something on the skin. It's not sticky, I would say, but because brands have come up with such good and new formulations, they feel like nothing on the skin. When you compare it with other sunscreens, I think I would prefer the other sunscreens a tad bit more than this one. With this, we come to the end of the video, and I've given you quite a few recommendations on sunscreens. I will mention the names of all the products in the description box below, and feel free to drop a comment if you like this video, or if you have any queries, or if you would want me to try any other sunscreens or any other product for that matter. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified every single time I upload a video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!